Woo, 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 woo. Oh Lord. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up this. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Wagwan. It's been a long time since I posted on this channel, the Dirty Berry Uncut page, and it's a new year. Happy 2026. And I just wanted to do a little frank update video with you guys to just let you know what's going on personally, professionally, and just chat with you for a bit. So 2025 come and gone now. Let me just tell you this. Like 2025 was a very it never, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to get comfortable. 2025 was a very rough year. It never easy at all, man. It never easy at all. It actually was one of my most difficult years professionally because after the year, boy, I never did that work. Like no social media countdown. I was a little bit kind of out of it. I had to kind of move from where I was and end up into a place that, boy. Yo, man, I know somebody where but boy, oh boy, I'm used to certain comforts, I'm used to certain convenience, and life took me out of that. And I tried my best to adjust, but over time, it started to kick my man. It kicked my man, so I end up, I go in a more not very urban space. And, yeah, man, they have to go back to like Scroopsy life. Can you imagine? Used to like hot water and my, hot water and just my convenience of certain amenities, washing machine, dryer, all of these things, and I had to kind of go back a space where bucketed water and a scroopsy for a while, and just didn't have all of the access somebody do want forever. And nah, like it really did. It lit me for 6, man. It lit me for 6 because it's not how I saw the year going. And so I ended up having to just like adjust mentally. And as each month went, I found that this new space that I was in, I never felt creative. Cause creativity, like if me knew before, but this is when you're a creative, you need to be inspired by the people and the things that are around you. You can't deal with too much chaos, too much noise. It's not the space that allows your creativity to thrive. And so where was it just like, I just like too much things around me, too much clutter, so many stuff. So I had to be spending my days just trying to declutter and get my space, trying to get my mental to a point where I felt open enough to create like I usually could. And that took me a long time. Also, I wasn't really hosting. I was just not really out there. And so all my day I do is just I watch the months them I go by, not knowing how to get myself out of this creative dead end, and I just felt stuck. And so me like, boy, it was rough there. So I would have mention like just the financial goals when I set for myself, just everything just all over the place. So that did kind of hit me. But when I at the end of the year when I was doing my flashback video and I was looking at a lot of the clips it was not a lot of work opportunities, but when I saw it was a lot of family and friends, and I recognized that this was the year I felt like I gave my best attempt at having a total balance in terms of my personal life. And that for me is a very big deal because one, I was ready to call 2025 a failure until I recognized that, because it has been something I actually prayed for. I can be somebody who's very out of sight, out of mind, and I'm just focused, just about the place. And so sometimes I'm like, oh shoot, I actually have a friend. Oh shoot, I have a brother. Oh shoot, I can try to put some energy in my own personal life. And so 2025 actually poured into many of my relationships, my friendships. I felt like me and my mother really had some good conversation. Of course, the little argument and stuff. My father as well, like some real good quality moments that I appreciated. With my extended, like some of my other family members, like my cousin, I really saw myself step up in certain ways that I'm just like, whoa. To actually be developing a bond like that, it's really good. And I felt like I actually took time to enjoy myself, like not to just show up to an event to work, which I usually do. I show up to an event with my mic in my hand, and I've not been experiencing events like, okay, let me go see what this show is like. Let me see what this moment is like, just as Rushing and not Dirty Berry. And so 2025, there are a lot of moments like that. And so I can't talk about the bad without celebrating the good. Also, during the couple of months then when I never did really feel focused and feel like I did really do the countdown or anything, I kept on bucking up like the burritos them that, would I say, yo, this means so much to me, keep on doing your thing. But not gonna lie, I knew I have an idea that I'm a household name, right? Like Dirty Berry, like my name is there. But what I did not bargain for, I had no idea. One, how many people silently are just like kind of low-key respect me and encourage me and be like, yo, do your thing in a youth. When I took my time off, it's like I could have really received all of the love and the energy a lot better. And so I was just at events at the supermarket, maybe at the barber, maybe on the road. People have stopped me and just be like, yo, I'm to the countdown, I was actually on the countdown, when I was in high school because I did win this award, or somebody else is like, I remember when you spoke about this, and everybody did celebrate me in the community for like weeks. And I mean, I know that it just make me feel special, especially the youth them, especially the man them on the road, because I don't, I'm pretty self-aware. I don't expect like, just youth sit down and watch box cover with Chickman Vice on YouTube. I don't picture that. But especially in my low point last year, the encouragement that I received from like Jamaican men and like grassroots everyday Jamaican men really, really lifted my spirits. And it's something that most people don't. You think about like Jamaican man, everybody that talk about like the bad side, the negativity. There are guys out there that like solid, like you can tell, so them just like have a solid understanding of self, and they are very encouraging and do not mistake the value of being uplifted and supported by a community of men. Like that type of encouragement, it's different and it goes a far way. When you're low on a brother, it's just like, yo, don't stop. Now watch no face. Keep doing what you do, because of good work you put in. And my sister, you expand the thing and stuff like that. And me and my wife, I watch your videos them, every night. And that, it hits differently. It's like you just want kind of show up. It's like you feel like you're one part of this army, and want to let down your other colleagues them. So you have to play your part as well. And so to the bridging them, I really appreciated that. And most of the time, I really don't outfit deal with compliments or something like that, because it just me don't know what to do. Me very weird certain way. Somebody give me a compliment and me like I'm supposed to be like, yo, up in or because I would probably say, whoa, that was very insightful. That is so thoughtful. Thank you so much. I really appreciated your words. But then when we say that, no, the man look at me like, I should not have said that. Maybe I'm supposed to just say, yeah man, up, you're done. Yeah man, not say a word, man. Yeah man, one more year upon the bugger there. And I was like, stuff like that, me get overwhelmed, because me like, Jesus be. Me don't know. But I really appreciated that as well. I think me jot down some little stuff on the but yeah. But I also launched my Song Association show, and it was very rocky. I didn't want to launch it at some point, but I felt like I wanted to prove to myself that I'm going to stick to the things that I have in my brain, and me I just get it out by the hook or the crook. Because as you know, as a creative, especially when I feel like I'm naturally like a producer, I'm always producing things, and a lot of times like my different pitney them, the things that I produce, they may end up a fight and a compete with each other. So you see, if me take too long to get it off of the ground, me forget about it, and then gone on to another idea, and that is how I'm naturally am. And so I was just like, you know what, I started it already, I paused, I'm going to get it done. But it just came at a time where my life was just being turned upside down, and I just had to sit in it. And so the execution of that didn't go as planned. And then that made me feel bad as well. And then it's just like me just feel big dirty stink and walkless. And one of the things I may say, is that I don't really get affected by negativity and negative comments because y'all have no idea the things I may tell myself. There is not one comment on social media that can be as worse, that worse than the type of things I may tell myself in the past and in the present, and hopefully not anymore in the future, because I try to be a little bit kinder to myself. So yeah, man, I done myself, man. I call myself all kind of names, I say some things to myself. When I say Jesus Pim worse when why, oh boy, man, I can't even go into the fullness of all that went on last year in terms of just my mindset. One of the time them I did all in a messed up mode. I hang out with some of my friend them and I went to a top bar. And I was just something wrong with one of my car them. Then one other thing, like me not get through with my money with the bank and things just did go on. And that day I was there, I'm gonna tell one story to my friend them. And it's like, we must make some noise and like we must do it in a top bar. I have one girl who must sit down to the right of me, to the like extreme right of me. She turn around and like she look at me and she cut her eye and give me like a bad face and like something there. And I remember when I see the girl do that to no man, it's like when I tell you I was royally pissed. Me did vex. You know, so I start look on the girl and I look on the girl for almost about 5 minutes straight and I'm not take my I don't even think me did a blink. My friend them there fear say, yo, it's not that serious. Like, if looks could have do something would have do that day there, because I tell you, I did just look for the opportunity for just explode the day there, because and I am not somebody who gets angry. I don't even think I was angry. I was just annoyed that day because so many things, and then also somebody I'll get a ticket. So all the things that are going. And I just remember the way I just did a look upon the girl, man, and I think all 10 minutes passed and my eyes was just like, because in my mind, me I like, this is the one moment where me there, I express with my friends them, me I tell them one story, I must go cuss out clap, and it must go loud in a top bar. Me I like, look at me and then you turn around, but you go cut your eye? You go cut your eye and then I come and stare like you. You think you want to outsteer me? We're going to stare off right now like I look for look. You get me kind of, you one can cut. So that's my brain then at the moment. Then like me, I tell you, but not even the business is say if it was a woman, if it was a man at the same energy, me depend the way or my head did just plug out in at that moment. But boy, oh boy, thankfully at some point in time, I look on her for so long till the woman start to smile. And then me I look at my friend them, I tell me to just ignore it and whatever. And I start to look at myself and me and say, boy, I really have a little bad moment right now, Me I have a bad moment and I just have to feel what it feels like to be upset and annoyed. Because it's a new feeling for me. It's not something I go through very frequently. And so I had to just woosah, receive the energy, and move on. But like, that was what, 2025. 2025 was, what else my job jot down here, so. Oh yeah, I talk about this already. But yeah, and also one of the biggest takeaways now when I'm looking at like last year and where I want to move forward, I ultimately had to accept that I do not want to be a brand. I do not want to be a brand in the way how we tend to know a brand to be and how we see brands represented online. I don't really care to be perceived. I don't necessarily want to curate any identity. I don't necessarily want people to know that I'm kind if I am kind. I don't want them necessarily because I think I understand how performative being a brand can be. And if the minute I sense that, I vomit more and vomit, it'll turn me off. I don't want to be the person who is charitable. To then every time I think of something, I'm like, oh, I should record this and I should do this because it'll do good for socials because people want. I don't want even a little percentage of that to reach into my mind. It already pissed me off sometimes when I do an interview and we know the person says something where could potentially get them in a problem, and there is a little journalist part of me, I'm gonna be like, bomba that I'm gonna use for the little opening of the clip, yes, you better mess up. Like I understand say I'm part of the business and to some extent I give a little leeway, but a part of me just ultimately don't like that. I want to just exist do what I do, still being mindful of the things that could help me in the game, but I want to go about it in a way that feels very true to me. To me as Dotty, and to me as Rashane. That is very, very important to me. And so I don't know what that looks like. I'm going to just try to spend 2026 to figure out what that looks like. But I want to kind of march to my own algorithm. I have always been like that, but every now and again, when you look online and you look at so many things, and especially as somebody who likes to be a trailblazer and try to be pretty innovative, it is very hard to exist like this in a time and space, in a profession and a culture that rewards people being followers and rewards repetition, replication, and how would I consider this now? Manufactured individuality, in a sense. So it's like I'm going to be unique, but that is its own aesthetic that falls under this umbrella, and there are actions and stuff that go ahead with that. I don't want to create none of that shit. You know, I want to exist as this hybrid that I've always been, and I have to just find a way to make that exist in this space. It's going to be hard. I'm not the type of person who want to jump on a trending sound. If I like a song from 1961, me just like the song upon 1961. It's just now for me to figure out how do I merge the feel that I'm in with the things that feel very real and authentic to me, and make that be its own thing. So hopefully I figure that out in 2026. What else? When the chat down here, someone want to come talk to. Yeah. But yeah, Tim, actually jot down all of this. So 2026. I hope that I get out a lot more of my ideas. Also, one of the things that I wanted to add. I'm somebody who I can be very nerdy. I love to have very deep conversations, and I'm always thinking outside of the box. And something about along my journey, I was taught that I should dumb down myself and I should not show this self, because when you are in Jamaica, it might be a bit easier for you to just stick to the status quo. And if everybody's laughing at the same joke that somebody run up and down and then them poop, then that is just the humor that is there. And if you're in Jamaica and you want the music, you only have options such as reggae and dancehall. And so if it is that you do opera, it don't make any sense. And for a long time I kind of believed that, and I would just shut up not wanting to have conversations. But it is an innate, I get, part of who I am, and something I don't think I have shown enough to my audience. And so I really want to, dive a bit more in that aspect of myself in 2026, and just share my ideas and my thoughts and my sometimes out of the box thinking, and hopefully Uno can give me the space to just hear me out, and we can just have some more elevated discussions and conversations on my platforms. And so yeah, man, so 2026 here is to evolving. Here is to honoring our talent, our creativity, and to just doing it with the best of our ability, not smalling up ourselves for anyone, and to support others, our friends and our loved ones, and never ever forgetting to support our own self, because we can't pour into other people if we're not ensure so we are properly quenched. Okay? Yeah, man, that is it. So that's it for the update right now on the Dirty Berry Uncut channel. As usual, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll be doing some more with this channel, so we'll see some more in the coming days, because I'm going to try to be a lot more consistent. Anyway, peace out.
Every week, where we there? Dirty Berry Uncut.